a certified action coach, and a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, which is an advanced communication system modeled after therapists who achieved amazing results in helping people make rapid changes in their lives. So, help me welcome Mike Aguilar.
Can everyone hear me okay? Ken's handing out a handout for you to take notes. I always love to start my presentation with one little exercise. I want you to turn to someone next to you, left or right, say you're amazing, you're wonderful, and you're going to have a phenomenal year. So do it now.
And you're amazing, you're wonderful, you're going to have a phenomenal year.
Thank you.
All right, come on back. That's actually a communication technique. And in regards to subconscious communication, that's what I'm going to share with you, some concepts and strategies to help you connect with people, create rapport. In essence, attract more clients to you by the rapport you build and also by the awareness you can create through some powerful techniques and concepts through NLP. And who is not familiar with NLP in the room? Okay, a few of you. So let me give you a little background of what I'm going to be talking about. That way you'll understand what it's all about and how it can help you. NLP stands for neuro, as in the mind, the thoughts. L for language, both your words and your body language. And P stands for programming, the programs or the patterns people go through to make sense of the world, to understand things. And I came across it, and you probably are not aware, you've been exposed to it also. I came across it by Tony Robbins. The foundation of his training is on NLP, and I first came across him in his book probably about 20 years ago, so I was enthralled with it. I then went through the process of certification as a practitioner, then certification as a master practitioner, then certification as a trainer. And it was one of those things that when you come across it, you realize that you tell yourself, boy, this can really help me in business, in sales, relationships. And it has. It's opened up doorways for me and possibilities, and many of the people that I've shared some NLP with have made some great breakthroughs in their life. And NLP is modeled after therapists that were creating amazing change in people. They were helping them overcome phobias, bad habits, create breakthroughs. And so there's elements of NLP for empowerment, and that's what Tony Robbins focuses on, some exercises and some techniques. There's also elements of NLP on communication. And that's been my fascination. The words that they use, the body language, questions they can ask, both the clients and what they can tell the clients themselves, that will tap into your subconscious mind and also to understand people and understand their communication style. So in this brief session, I'm going to compact as much as I can some golden nuggets in this 25 minutes. I'm going to cover 4 key elements, and everyone should have notes to write them down. That's first the mindset to see opportunities around you and how to prepare to connect with people to create that instant rapport. Part 2 is a contact, that impression, that first impression, those critical few seconds. Part 3 is conversation, what you can do during a conversation so you can understand somebody and maintain the rapport, create that rapport, and to the point where you're having a conversation with them where you're not selling, you're having a good conversation. And rapport is simply a matter of making someone feel comfortable around you. And sometimes it happens at an instant, and sometimes it just happens over time. And you've all experienced where you might have met someone for the first time and just connected with that person. You just felt great, the rapport was there, you felt comfortable. And so there's some key things that you're doing correctly right now, and so some things that you can do that can shift and modify the way you approach people just to connect with them so they feel comfortable and confident around you. And then part 4 is a follow-up. What you can do if you're going to have to follow somebody to regain the rapport or to kind of increase the odds of having a meeting with them. And so I'm going to cover some golden nuggets in this. And first I'm going to go through, does everyone have the notes? Okay. So there's going to be a video clip here. There's no sound. I know a few of you have seen this from a recent presentation I did. And there's 2 teams. One team is in a white t-shirt, and another team is a black t-shirt. They're passing the basketball to each other. It's only 30 seconds long, there's no sound. And what I want you to do is count the team in the white t-shirt, the number of times they pass it to another team member. Who's seen this video in the room? Okay, a few of you. So you can confirm the count then. So, and so the team in the white t-shirt, focus on them, it's only 30 seconds long, pass the ball to another team member and another white, it'll clear up. So the team in the white t-shirt, passing the ball to another team member. You can either bounce it or send it directly. So see, I'll give you our perception. Some people say women are better with it. So let's see, gentlemen. The team in the white t-shirt, passing the ball to another team member. Team in the white t-shirt, passing the ball to another team member. Team in the white t-shirt, just focus and just see if you can keep track of the count. Team in the white t-shirt. Okay. Who counted 15 or more? Good. 16 or more? 17? 18? It's like 17 in that hat. I think one with the ball. So those that saw this for the first time, who saw the gorilla come on screen? So those that saw this for the first time, who did not see the gorilla come on screen?
Yeah.
It was life size. It stopped in the middle, thumped its chest, and then it walked off. Now, how could you miss that? Would you like to see the gorilla? Yeah. For those who didn't see it. So now you can just watch with open curiosity. You can still count. And then try not to laugh when you see this life-size gorilla come on screen. And thump his chest. And stop. And then go. Okay, who did not see the gorilla that time?
I need to pass.
So there's some important lessons in this, both in business and in networking. One is a positive lesson. If you're focused on something with good intention, you won't get distracted by gorillas in the room. There you go. The learning lesson here is people will tend to focus on a problem, and they won't see a gorilla of opportunity around them in a networking event, in a business environment. Meaning you're focused on, oh, the economy's bad, or I'm not going to find a good contact here. So your subconscious mind is counting and looking and searching to justify that. And I told you to count the white t-shirts. However, your subconscious mind right now is telling you what to search for. Because there's a part of your subconscious mind called the reticular activating system. And it's always searching for what's important for you. That's why when you're searching for going to buy a new car, you can see that car everywhere. So if you're preoccupied and focused on the problems, your mind says, oh, that's important for you. So you're walking into a networking event, oh yeah, there's someone else complaining about a problem, or there's someone else talking about downsides, there's someone else saying they're having challenges. And they can have someone standing next to them talking about how they need a product or service like yours. And I've seen this happen time and time. I've given workshops where people have walked out of the workshop and someone said, hey, I can help you. So there's some things you can do, and I'll share with you in a moment what you can do with that. So I talked about changing your reality, your focus. So what you want to do is change your reality, your expectations, because your reticular activating system is always focused on what's important to you. So one way to do that is with NLP is called the power of questions. And this is a very powerful question I want you to pay attention, write down, and think about. The question you want to ask yourself is, what else can I do? And then you fill in the blanks. So what else can I do to help another client this week? What else can I do to double my business in this next 30 days? What else can I do to get another $5,000 in the bank today or this week? What else can I do? And then you fill in the blank. And the structure of that question is important because what else, the word else implies you're already in action. You're not beating yourself up. And then can I do means to take action. And so once you ask yourself that question, your mind is searching for that t-shirts, those t-shirts. Oh, that'll help me, that person. And you may get an answer at that moment. You might think, okay, email so-and-so. Or yeah, I forgot about it. They can help me. Or you may get an answer later on. It just may pop in your mind. You may see something that will trigger it. That's like the experience where you're talking to someone about a movie, and you say, oh, what's that movie star's name? And then you drive away 2 hours later, boom, pops in your mind, Brad Pitt. Well, how it happened, I don't know. But the same thing happens when you ask yourself good, powerful questions. Your mind is searching in the background to help you manifest that. So what else can I do? And then fill in the blanks. And the expectations, I'm going to go into some dangerous words later on, but simply having the expectations of meeting great people here, being lucky, having miracles happen, you will see things differently. Your reality shifts and you start to see things that other people don't see. You'll hear things that other people don't see. There's a book that came out years ago called The Luck Factors and Being Lucky. And they did interesting things with people that said they were lucky and then people that said they were unlucky. The lucky ones, business was booming. Unlucky ones, challenges. They did one interesting experiment. They put some money on the floor and they had the unlucky people walk past it. They didn't see it. The lucky people walked past and they saw it. So that's how much it will impact your reality. So expect to be lucky. When you're in this room, just expect magic to be around you. Expect things to be magical. Another thing in regards to being in a resourceful state, when you're in a negative state, you get tunnel vision. When you're under stress, you get tunnel vision. So, and Tony Robbins, he does this to the extreme, pump yourself up, scream, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great. There's another way you can do that is more subtle and it conditions you to be in a resourceful state. And I'll quickly do it right now, that way you don't have to spend the $5,000 to go see Tony Robbins. So what I want you to do is, as you sit there, just shift and sit as if you're in a great state, feeling yes. Yes, I feel great. Yes, I'm going for that. Yes. Just breathe it. Let it resonate throughout your body. Just double that feeling, yes. And then your energy shifts, your body language shifts. Okay, good. And you can sit back the way you were if you want. And so now what you do is you condition yourself. When you walk into a room, get in that resourceful state. When you pick up the phone, before you do it, get in that resourceful state. When you walk to your car, before you get to your car or get out of your car, get in that resourceful state. Do it as often as you can until it's habit, until it's the way you move. And if you catch yourself not moving that way, you can walk out your mailbox. Just walk out in a great state. Before you know it, that's the way you move through the world. And people will notice your body language. You'll be more approachable. You create that rapport. So just condition yourself to be in a resourceful state. And then communications, you might have had that situation where you tell them, did you see that? Did you hear that? No, I didn't see that. Because they were focusing on something completely different. So this is where conflicts happen. Just be aware that some things people just don't notice, or because of communication styles, they just hear things a different way. And then subconsciously, there's so much information out there. If you start to condition to look for certain things and be aware that you're generating patterns in others, let me, the next one. Oops. First, let me go to the quick pattern one. I did this quickly without spell checker, so hopefully you can read it. So we're creatures of patterns. We look for patterns. We make patterns. We generate patterns. The patterns that we're creating and we see impacts our intuition, our feeling, because we can't see and hear anything. We just kind of sense things. And so a great example of what I'd like to use is from the movie The Matrix. There's so much information out there. If you can start to tap in part of that, you can tap into the universe. You can tap into the magic around you. And by asking yourself questions, by looking for certain things, by expecting certain things, you start to see things in a different way. And also with communication styles, there's just magic all around you. You can start to pick up a person's communication style and then just tap into that power of connecting with people. A quick subconscious learning technique that I'd like to cover is, imagine you're walking down the beach, nice, great day, breeze, nice, comfortable, ocean's lapping in, and you see on the sand, there's a lamp. And you pick it up and say, boy, it looks like a magic lamp. You rub it, and lo and behold, a genie pops out. And the genie says, your wish is my command in regards to your business. What would you love me to wish or to grant you for your business? So as you think about that, think about what you would tell that genie. And the genie says, are you ready? And you say, yes. The genie says, before I grant that wish, I want to ask you one more question. What's important about granting that wish? What will that wish accomplish or do for you? And so in NLP, this is referred to getting to the criteria, because most people say, I want more clients, I want more money, but there's some other layers. I want freedom, I want control, I want time with my kids, whatever it is. And so in regards to this NLP lesson, I want you to tap into that. What's important to you about your business, your life, and think about how these techniques can help you accomplish it. That'll help you make quicker connections and understand how NLP can help you get ultimately what you want in life. So quick exercise I want you to go through. There's more I go through on criteria, but I won't have time. At least want you to experience that. Contact, first impressions. Quick exercise. I know some of you have done this with me, a few of you. I'm going to say the word pots, like pots and pans. And I just want you to spell it out, P-O-T-S. I'll do it 3 times, and I'm asked a quick question. Okay, you ready? POTS. P-O-T-S. POTS. P-O-T-S. POTS. P-O-T-S. What do you do when you come to a green light? You? Go. You don't stop at a green light. So, I did a few things. One is the word POTS is spelled back and it sounds like stop. So there's certain words that you may be using in conversation, talking to clients, potential clients, that create a negative train of thought. And I'll go through a dangerous word or two in a moment. My body language, I did a few things. Anyone pick up what I did with my body language? I did the stop sign. I also pressed on the brakes. And then my voice. Your voice is a musical instrument. I increased it like a sense of alarm. So that also impacted you at a subconscious level. And then the last thing is actually my facial expressions. I kind of like... So all of those combined influence you to think of stop when you know, and I'm going to drive out last after you guys leave, by the way. Make sure I don't even stop or go. So what might you be doing that are creating a stop effect when you want people to say go? Is it your words, your body motion, the way you're approaching people, where you stand, your voice, the question you're asked, the eye contact? Where you stand also creates an impact in regards to rapport. Your voice is a musical instrument. Are you using it correctly? And using it to actually strategically influence someone in a positive way. And so, one quick technique, I won't have time to go through the exercise, however, when you this is what I call the golden rules of a prop. A prop could be your business card, a brochure, marketing information. If you don't have, if it's a computer screen or overhead projection, if you don't have those, you're the prop. However, in regards to making a good positive impression with your motion, what I suggest you do is, when you hand somebody some information, hand it slowly with value. Here you go, Gary. Yeah, thank you. And so, most people make the mistake of saying, oh yeah, here's what we have to offer, this is what we do. And so your words are one thing, but your body motion is saying something completely different. Or just tossing your cards on the table, your material on the table. So subconsciously, they're picking up this pattern, as I said, generating patterns. And they're picking up a pattern, this must not be valuable. So when you hand someone your card, your information, and some of you have experienced the Asian custom of handing the card with 2 hands, consistent. And in martial arts, that's also where I started to pick this up. When we're doing weapons training, we're told, handle the weapon as an extension of our body. And then we respect it and they respect it. And well, I mean, the brochure, business card's not a weapon, but if we hand it with, move it with value. And then NLP is also referred to as congruent. Your words and your emotions are congruent, which creates that strong, positive, and powerful message. So hand things slowly with value, and it'll create a strong, positive impression. Just briefly, just to show you a quick body motion technique. When I say when you stand, you sit, you move, also impacts the rapport. So Gary, you can stand up and help me out. When you greet somebody, just stand right here. Handshake. I'm right here. And so it's just right shoulder to right shoulder. This is neutral for men. And this is non-threatening. And this is where the rapport is just to make someone feel comfortable so that you can hear your message and you can hear theirs. However, if I shift my body language, my body position, the energy shifts. He moved, see? this is computational. Yeah. And so women will tend to be faced, and they're social, and that's what it's advised women. When you approach a man, stay at an angle, otherwise they'll come across as aggressive. And for men, when you approach another man for networking or meeting, start off at an angle. This is non-threatening, the rapport is there, they're hearing your message, and eventually it'll migrate face to face. But start off at an angle because your body position also impacts rapport. Thank you, Gary. Give him a hand for helping out. And First Impressions, there's a book that came out some years ago called Blink. Anyone read Blink by Malcolm Gladwell? Yeah. Great book. Lots of interesting things about intuition and first impressions. And that's why I say with intuition is just simply picking up things unconsciously, like how you hand things to somebody. You just get this feeling of, you hand it to me with as if it wasn't valuable, but you aren't thinking that, you're just feeling that. Or you may hear stuff, or you walk in the room, you hear loud noises over there, and you just sense that there's an argument, so you get a bad feeling about this room versus people laughing, and you just get a good feeling. So you're just kind of picking up all this information like a matrix. So during the conversation, and Blink talks about first impressions being within 2 seconds, not the 7 or 12, it's in a blink. So what you can do to make a good first, what I call positive blink impression, where you stand, your card, your voice, the things that you do, the eye contact. And then during the conversation, there's things you can do to maintain that rapport. I'll share with you one dangerous word, because this word also impacts your reality. And the word is